tell us a little bit about EditShare for those people who don't know.
Well, EditShare, we are providers of predominantly storage, high availability, online storage, high bandwidth, mainly for sort of editing and production environments. I'm the product manager for Flow, which is the media asset management layer that sits above all of that. And Flow is as I say, a MAM system that can utilise the management of content that's either dropped sort of directly onto that storage from a production point of view, but also we have Jeeves servers for ingest and play out as well, an archiving solution. So like I say, Flow is that sort of middle broker that's dealing with all of that content.
So this is IBC, if you hadn't noticed.
Another IBC.
Another IBC.
Yes.
Flow was introduced, I think, at NAB. Is it kind of introduced there, the version?
Yeah, we had a preview of Flow 3, which is the next generation, and it was a kind of a sort of an under-the-counter preview, so to speak, at NAB 6 months ago, and it's basically at IBC we're launching it. It's due for release in about 2 weeks' time, and that release is the culmination of the positive feedback we had at NAB, as well as a culmination of about 12 months worth of development overall, in bringing what has been a sort of a production asset management tool that's inexplicably linked to the EditShare storage to now a much broader media asset management solution that's got tentacles in much larger areas.
So for those who don't know, let's go into a little more detail of Flow and what they're getting with version 3 that's coming out. So tell us a little bit, an overview of exactly what Flow will offer you, and then Flow 3, the upgrade.
It's a completely new user interface. It's, it's completely new. We've restyled it. It's brought it up to date with movable widgets and customizable desktops for users, that kind of thing. We've also done a lot of work with a back-end database to make Flow aware of not just video content, video, audio, still images. We've got support for more than 500 different forms of raw content, for example, for stills alone. And we've also got the ability to track non-video assets, non-media assets, documents, scripts, PDF files and things like that, but also add metadata to associate with that kind of content to facilitate searching down the line and managing content in projects. We're also launching 2 new applications into the Flow suite of solutions. There's Flow Automation, which is a workflow automation tool that's template driven, and users can develop and create and manage their own workflow templates based on simple drag and drop tasks that you build up into a graphical representation of that workflow. You then sort of activate that in the back end, leave it running, and other sort of non-technical users can then interact with the content, and based on how they interact with that content can trigger transcodes, copying content from one location to another, managing projects and things like that. We're also launching Airflow, which is a web-based user interface using the proxies that are generated by the media asset management system, allowing people to view their content remotely on iPads or other similar devices.
So this the Flow system sits on top of your hardware infrastructure.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit briefly about the hardware infrastructure that it will sit on top of.
It's scalable, available online storage, starting with we've got Ultra, which is a very ultra compact. Ultra has an ultra compact, hence the name. Compact storage solution that scales right the way up to systems like Extreme from EditShare that we've got, which is highly extensible storage, and you wouldn't want to try and carry one of those on with a plane. You need a forklift truck for that. But we're talking about tens and tens of terabytes worth of storage with that kind of content.
And when you've got that amount of storage, that's where you need
all the bolt-ons. Exactly right. And you need the assistance when it comes to a media asset management solution. Totally, because like all of these kind of systems, the more you use it, the more content you put in, the more users you interact with, and the more users, the more content, and so it rises exponentially, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Howard, so this is, it's now released, Flow 3. Is this available for people to order now?
Absolutely. We're rolling it out. Certainly for our existing customers, it's a kind of a little bit of a softer release, because invariably, if they've got an all-in-one self-contained EditShare system and they're adding workflow automation and things like that, then you've got to scale the system up and all the rest of it. But certainly, with respect to taking orders at the show, that's the case.
Brilliant. Well, there's still a few days left of the show, and
yes. It's only 2 sleeps to go.
Yeah, only 2 sleeps. If people want to find you here at IBC, whereabouts will they find you?
We're in Hall 7.
Yeah.
I can't remember the stand number.
Do you know
exactly.
What? I can tell you that.
Excellent.
I have it written down,
yes.
but I like to put you on the spot.
Thank you very much.
It's Hall 7B26.
Right, in the middle.
In the middle, yes. Actually, can't miss you because you have a...
whopping great big light box thing.
Yeah, above
absolutely.
You.
Yeah, no, you can't miss us.
So that's where they'll find you here. If they want to find some information they haven't been able to get to IBC, what's the website they can go to?
EditShare.com.
Brilliant. Howard, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Go and have a look at their stand if you're going to be around IBC over the next couple of days. If not, go and have a look at EditShare.com. You'll find everything you need to know about their systems and, of course, the new version of Flow 3.